Now we take you to northern KwaZulu-Natal, Ulundi, where police are hunting for suspects in connection with what's believed to be the theft of explosives at a mine near Ulundi. And our reporter there is Sibongakonke Mbata. She joins us now on the line. Sibongakonke, thanks very much for joining us. Tell us exactly where you are and what you know so far.
A very good evening, Peter. As you have just mentioned, that we are coming to you live from a place called Okhukho, which is in just outside Ulundi, where the mine in question is located. Of course, the mine that we're talking about that has fallen victim to a crime related to the recent cash-in transit crimes is Zululand Anthracite Colliery. Of course, this is the same mine that is the only sole producer of anthracite in the country. And of course, it has recently fallen victim to this particular crime where 10 boxes of 26 kg each of the Riopa Megex, which is a gel explosive, which was stolen earlier last week. It is understood that it happened throughout the night. There was no certainty. We could not find any certainty as to around what time this crime happened. Of course, it is directly linked to the current cash-in transit crimes that are happening in the country. If I could just step out of shot so you can see the mine in question. It is understood that this crime happened, as I've mentioned, throughout the night. There was no certainty as to which particular time it happened and how exactly it happened, because at this present moment the matter is still under high investigation by the police of KwaZulu-Natal, and of course the authorities of the company could not give us any details because there is fear that it might tamper or hinder the investigation. Of course, the police are on a brutal, very highly investigated manhunt for these suspects. There is no established number in terms of how many they are, how armed they were, or anyone in the company was injured or perhaps taken by these criminals. But of course, linking back to the cash-in transit crimes that are currently having the country under siege, we do understand that they do not hire just any other criminal who might be, as they say, a blabbermouth or a faint-hearted person. They look for highly skilled individuals who are specializing in different skills which will help a particular syndicate when they are plotting or planning to grab such cars on the roads in different provinces that have fallen victim to the crime in the province. And of course, amongst these people, we do find that some have to be highly skilled drivers, and of course some of them have to be specializing in explosives, which links us back to this particular crime that has just happened in the province. We will be keeping track of the story as it progresses. We will be liaising with the police just to find out if these criminals are held under siege and eventually arrested. Peter?
Sibongakonke, it sounds like details are very scant, and the authorities and the company keeping their cards very close to their chest. I just wonder though, has this kind of crime happened at this mine or nearby mines at all in the past, or is this a very new phenomenon?
And as much as we have gathered, Peter, it is a new phenomenon in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because recently there have been no crime in transit that have been recorded in the province. Most incidents that are happening in other provinces of the country, in predominantly Johannesburg as well as Mpumalanga. But of course, in KwaZulu-Natal, there have been no similar crimes that have been reported. But of course, it does link the province, since an incident of this nature has happened in a coal mine. Because if I can just take you through the type of explosive that we are talking about, the explosive gels, these explosive gels are capable of blasting beyond any SABC approved dynamite. And of course, we will remember that there have been reports that have alerted us that some of these cash-in transit heists, it has been reported that some of these cash-in transit criminals have upped their game in terms of explosives that they carry, which of course links us back to the matter in question. Peter?
All right, Sibongakonke, we're going to leave it there for the time being, but we'll get more details as you get them. but very sketchy at the moment. But I think it's starting to paint a picture of what we've been seeing in other parts of the country, and that's all taking place at the Zululand Anthracite Colliery. And in fact, that's the only colliery in the country that produces and exports anthracite coal. And they had plans to expand their operation there. I think there's about 1,350 people employed there. So big operation. And so there could be quite a number of explosives that were vulnerable in that heist. But we'll give you more details on that story as we get them. Kirshni?